What's the most overlooked addiction in today's modern day? Story 1. A new one is rage. Rage bait is everywhere. And it works. And social media, it keeps us engaged. So companies can earn money on us. In politics, it keeps us angry at each other. So the politicians can do what they want while we're raging. In other words, rage makes us stupid. It feels good. But it makes us so easy to manipulate. So don't click the rage bait. And don't take your eyes off the ball. The real issues: to rage at cat-eating immigrants or MAGA hat-wearing imbeciles. Most of us are stupid enough as it is. We need every ounce of intelligence we have to thrive in this world. This is why I stopped having serious opinions on the internet. On YouTube, I don't comment on any of the random YouTube shorts I see. Story 2. Shopping addiction. Compulsive buying. Causing financial and emotional distress. Yes, some people literally shop for the sake of shopping. They get dopamine from that. Most of the things they are getting are pretty much useless to them or have only one-time use. This is me in vinyl records. I do listen to them, but not that much. But I like the process of picking them out and bringing them home. I know one-duckers that have this problem. If something in his wish list happens to be on sale, he will directly buy it. If he heard something is interesting and it's on sale, he will buy it. Browsing e-commerce is one of his hobby. So he knew the normal prices for most stuff. The worst things is I saw that guy in the mirror every day. Sadness is strongly associated with a sense that you're not in control of the outcomes in your life. According to the Benefits of Retail Therapy study by the University of Michigan's Ross School of Business, the study reports that shopping enhances feelings of personal control, which suggests it's likely to alleviate sadness. Overspending is often more than just a lapse in financial judgment. It frequently signals underlying emotional or psychological triggers. For instance, some people may overspend as a form of escapism, temporarily distracting themselves from stress or emotional pain. Hadhai says. That sounds like the revenge bedtime thing that the Japanese identified and gave a word for. A lot of us do it, and I'm surprised nobody talks about it. Basically, revenge bedtime is the concept that many of us middle and lower class divide also do not get to exert enough control over our daily lives. Due to work schedule and family obligations, like getting your children to practices and whatnot. So, we stay up later to do things we choose to do, even though we damn well know we should have gone to bed a few hours earlier. I'm living this right now. My wife came from an abusive home, financial abuse included, and she never learned proper money management. I think the consequence of not being able to afford groceries and seeing a therapist have helped her see and start to fix the problem. But we've still got to dig ourselves out of this hole somehow. Story 3. Some people are chronically addicted to work. It's especially insidious because society enables and encourages it. It's not socially frowned upon like drugs, alcohol, etc. Actually fighting against this at my current job. Me and a few other people got promoted to manager recently, and the others are constantly working during their lunches. Keep in mind we are not salaried at this point, still hourly, so they're clocking out and working for free during their personal time. They are constantly visibly stressed. They'll sit down to take a bite to eat, then get a call and feel like they need to get up and answer it. I keep telling them they do not have to do that. They can just take their lunch. They'll tell me that they're the only person there who can take that call. I'll say, so what? It's not life or death. They can wait for your lunch to end. The other day, one of them finally listened to me, took her radio off, put a show on her phone, and just took her hour lunch. Anytime someone called for her, I'd just tell them she's on lunch. They'd have to wait an hour. I legitimately got a few. So, what do I do from that? People actually were not used to having a manager actually take a lunch and be unavailable. Wild to me. She went from super stressed because her co-manager called out that day to clearly much more relaxed during her lunch. And also for the rest of the day. Crazy what an actual break can do for you. Wife also does. Then complains how she's always tired. I'm like, did you eat or take your lunch? She's like, no, it was busy. I'm like, it's always busy. She also thinks if she goes in late once she's gonna get a write-up. I bought us breakfast. She took off before I came back with the food. She still had 30 minutes before clocking, but wanted to get there 10 minutes early in case. I was like, what the duck? My wife has a similar situation, and it's top down from her boss's boss that encourages a workaholic lifestyle. I finally said to her, what do you think is going to happen if you don't update her on one of the 30 projects she has given you over the last 2 months? Is the business going to collapse? Or is it going to still get done when it gets done? And everything is going to be fine. She decided not to work that night, after working a full day without a lunch break of more than 5 minutes, and went to bed. Story 4. iPad Kids. This, letting children who cannot emotionally regulate yet sit behind screens all day. They grow up lacking social skills. And then when they experience a minor inconvenience, they blow up on the internet, make threats, and get arrested. There's no way the iPads are beneficial to grow up on from such a young age. They're not, and schools are just seeing it properly now. My partner is a secondary school teacher. In the UK, that's 11 to 16. She's got kids who cannot keep attention for longer than 30 seconds. And it's basically across the board. Not just ADHD, but straight up ruined attention span. Also read an article about COVID kids hitting the primary school system now, who are so underdeveloped socially because of lockdowns that some schools have hired speech therapists to try and help kids learn how to communicate better. Story 5. Sports betting. It's being pumped out and glorified. Betting in general. Those asinine commercials with celebrities endorsing online gaming make me sick. Gambling addiction is no small thing, and to tout it as just a fun pastime is wrong. It's absurd. 20 years ago it was illegal and considered sinful. Now it's glamorized. And everywhere. DraftKings spends $500 million per year in marketing. $500 million. They partner with college campuses to hook teenagers. You can't check an ESPN scoreboard without seeing legal spreads. You can bet on what ridiculous shit will happen on every single play of a game, it seems. It has never been easier to flush money down the toilet on a horrific addiction that can, and regularly does, destroy lives. And no one seems to be talking about how dangerous it is. What the duck? Edited to considered sinful. I ain't religious. You do you. Story 6. Overlooked. Addiction to negativity. Apparently it gives us a rush that gets us hooked. Manifests in so many ways. Self-hatred, constant arguing, deliberately having a short temper, and so on. And social media plus echo chambers really push this to the limit. There are entire subs on Reddit just flooded with hatred and negativity, even when their topic is not related to anything you would consider negative in nature. I usually don't care about pop culture, or the people who obsess over it. But somehow, the hate sub about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift came across my front page. And boy, I don't know if there's a more perfect example of the phenomenon you're talking about than that sub. It entirely revolves around hating these two people, and the relationship they have together, for no reason other than to simply circle jerk, and stew in their bitterness or hatred or jealousy together. Story 7. Outrage. What the F are you saying? Outrage. Outrage has always been there, but I feel like it's gotten worse over the last few years, especially after the pandemic, whose name shall not be mentioned cause apparently it's a sensitive topic online. A lot has changed. People are showing their true nature more, and it's genuinely scary. 20 years ago, road rage was just people yelling at each other. There were a few who escalated it beyond that. But that escalation has increased tenfold. It's so bad to the point that I don't even find getting mad at stuff on the road worth it. Cause I value my life enough that I don't want to die to some dude who was just itching for a reason to kill someone.